And this is a very interesting cake. This is a cake that I think maybe Gary even serves in his pastry shop. In northern Italy, it's called torta sprizzolona, and it means crumbly cake because it starts with flour and cornmeal. So that's about 1 1/3 cups of cornmeal that I've added to my flour. And then with that, sugar goes in, and butter, and lard. This is a very traditional cake that really comes from Mantua, the city of Virgil. Now you want to really get this into a crumbly mix with your fingers. You see, this is where the name comes from. This batter is a very, very stiff batter. You have to work all these ingredients in very well. In addition to the lard and the butter, well, we've got 3 eggs, and here is some fresh lemon zest that I'm going to put in. That's the zest of 1 lemon. This cake is a great keeper, and if you were in the city of Mantua as a visitor, this is the cake that would be served to you with a glass of wine. It's also a great keeping cake because once you make it, this will last, oh, a good couple weeks if it's well covered. So you see how mealy this is starting to look. I wonder if Virgil ever really ate this cake. You know, Virgil was Dante's guide when they went through hell in the Divine Comedy. Okay, now I'm going to add some almonds. Almonds go in. We're going to mix that in. And if you find that this cake is just too dry when you make it, you can also always add a little extra liquid. Now the eggs, but first I have to wash my hands. Just want to beat the eggs up very quickly, not too much, just to get my dry mixture wet enough to handle. So, another whisk. And just whisk up the eggs quickly, just to break them up. And in this goes. Now let me get some of this out of my way. Take this out of my way and take my vanilla with me. And a little bit of vanilla goes in. And now again, you want to mix this cake with your hands. Here's a regular old cake pan, and all I want to do now is give that a little light brushing of vegetable oil, or you can butter the pan if you like. And now what you have to do is take the mixture and pat it right into this cake pan. Pat it down and make it even all the way around. You can see that this is a fairly heavy cake, and when you eat this, you only eat a little piece of it. So pat it in real well, and if your hands get sticky while you're doing this, you can always put them in cold water. That will help you give an even pat to the cake. There, that looks good, doesn't it? Now you want to put your oven on to 350 degrees. And when you bake this cake, your house is going to smell terrific. So you put it in and you cook it for about 30 to 35 minutes, or just until it's nicely browned.